In the last tutorial, we looked at Wheaton Bridge. In this tutorial, we will look at how to use the LEDs and to make a signboard. Now, what we required here is the LEDs themselves, the right emitting diode. For me, I'm using red. Then we also require resistors. Then something else is a printed paper or a sticker. For me, I'm going to use a letter A to show you how to make it light. What you require is a soft board. Then whatever you have to print, probably, let's say you want this letter A, you need now to make some holes. Make sure that the length from one hole to the other is just about 1 centimeter. I don't need to measure. This is something that I have done for time now. So you have to make sure that it's just about 1 centimeter and do the hole yourself. You can use anything that you want according to the kind of a material you are using. What we require here is something that is not something that can conduct electricity. You can use a plywood, you can use a plastic, but not a metal sheet. Metal sheet can't, because I can introduce some short circuit when we just put in our LEDs in the board. Now, remember, you can use a driller, the electronic driller. You can use it to drill these holes. But because this is just a sample to demonstrate how this one can be done, I've used just a simple material to show you how to do it. I'm just about to finish up with my holes, and I think I'm through. Now we can now proceed and put the LEDs in, the right emitting diode in. Now remember, the right emitting diodes, we also have to make sure that you understand about the terminals. You understand about the terminals. These are my LEDs. And the terminals, the shorter is normally the negative, the longer is normally the positive. Now, when you insert that way, make sure you bend the leads. Make sure you bend the lead as I'm going to show you. Now, remember, what we are making here is not a parallel, but a series connection. Now, that is the negative. Make sure that it touches the positive of the other one. You just insert, making sure that the negative touches the below one, then bend them like that. After which, you can see how it is being done. You can see how it is being done. So I think we are just about to finish inserting our light emitting diodes. Just about to finish. You can see as we insert, make sure that the negative touches the positive of the other one, and that should be the order. That should be the order. I think we are done, and what we have also to do is now to use our multimeter and measure if everything is right. Remember, multimeter, we need to set our multimeter to measure the continuity. We normally use the continuity to measure the continuity, and as you can see, the positive, the light emitting diodes can light. So you can mark that one as positive. That is a positive end. That is a positive end. I think we have to go through all our IEDs, LEDs, all our LEDs. If you are not sure if everything is okay according to how you inserted them, you have to make sure that you have gone through each and every one of them. Now, having done all the measurement, now you need to solder. You need to solder them. You have to solder them completely, whereby the leads cannot touch each other. You have to provide a jumper. You have to provide a jumper and make sure that the leads can touch each other. Lead can touch each other, and then complete the soldering process. So all these have to be done to ensure that everything is working perfectly. All these must be done. So some jumpers are also required. It's also a necessity here. You must have some wires to make sure that already you have a series connection. Now, once you are through, you can check if your connections are okay. You can check if your connections are okay. If they are not, you solder them perfectly. Now, you can see what we are having is a negative and a positive terminal, a negative and a positive terminal. You can see the positive terminal and the negative terminal. Now, for us to make this our letter here A to write, we have to calculate all the LEDs here. So those are all the light emitting diodes that we have here. So how many are they? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So there are a total of 28. Having known how many LEDs we have, light emitting diodes we have, now I think this one is a very simple calculation that each one of you can follow. And according to the calculation, we can see the voltage not in use is 184. This voltage, we have to provide a resistor to make sure that that voltage is normal. And using the formula V is equal to IR, our resistor is 10K. Now, having identified the size of the resistor, now remember it's normally put on the positive side, the positive side of the DC out of our bridge. Remember the Wheatstone bridge? We normally put it there. Now, something also very important, you have to make sure we also need to use the tape to make sure that that part, remember that part when it touches any part of our series, then all our bulbs, all our LEDs will grow. So you have to make sure that you use the tape. Also, you also have to use the same tape and cover the bridge. Remember also the bridge has the AC power in it and also the DC power in it. So we also have to be very careful, and we have to cover it to make sure that it doesn't touch any part of our project. When it does so, then that means all our light emitting diodes are nowhere to be found. They will just grow, all of them. And when they grow, then that means you will start afresh, buy new. We need now to test if it is really lighting. Now the AC, we need AC current as I am doing. Inserting the AC current, you can see how how it is writing. You can see our letter A is now writing. Now, in our next tutorial, we will look at the timer, how to make a timer. We will look at that schematic and understand it fully to now know how this A now